Politicians keep using this line. Oh, it's about our children. Hey, it's about me. It's about you. It's about us. It's about now. Because the way that these clowns are going, tomorrow may never come. What a fraud. Obama's the greatest fraud this nation's ever seen. Commander-in-chief, man, wrote about it now in Trends Journal. And we're writing about it again in a new one that's just coming out now. You know, I used to be on Oprah, the Today Show. Good Morning America. I've been on everybody. Brian Williams, ever tell you the time I was in that helicopter, the Iraq War, and missiles were shooting over? Yeah, that Brian Williams. O'Reilly, you name it. I've been on with just about all of them. No one puts on a performance like Oprah. She didn't get the name of Queen of TV just because of shows, her production, the whole thing. I've seen it firsthand. When Oprah took that little community organizer that's shooting off his mouth at the convention of all the things that he's done and why no one's more qualified than Hillary, because, hey, look at all the blood on her hands, and he wants to keep it going, man. He was a nobody from nowhere, south side of Chicago. I lived in Chicago. A community organizer that organized got nothing. And here he is shooting his mouth off with this arrogance that he has, this level of arrogance about why Hillary should passing the baton. Yeah, passing the baton in the presidential reality show. So here's the story. You go back to 2007 and 2008, Obama's behind Hillary in the polls. And then the Queen of TV, Oprah Winfrey, took him under his arm, and everything was staged to perfection. Then he became the teleprompted imbecile that he really is, that says stupid things, even today, when he speaks to the students graduating Howard University this past May. That Shonda Rhimes owns Thursday and Beyonce runs the world. That's the guy that's running the show now that would make such an ignorant statement. But hey, man, maybe in his life, Beyonce does run the world. Hey, after all, we almost had Monica Lewinsky in there. That's how low the bar goes. Oh, and you know me, I'm a political atheist. I would love to see George Bush, Penis Cheney. I want to be proper. I don't want to call him Dick because, you know, this is radio and children might be listening. So I have to be proper. Penis Cheney and Colin Powell. You remember him. Yeah, the guy that held up that little vial at the UN and said Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction and ties to Al-Qaeda, Al-Nusra, and Al Capone. I like to see all of them brought up on war crimes. Colin Powell, the perfect name, because after all, the crap goes through the colon and right out his mouth. So when I talk about these people, it's not like I'm picking on Obama, and I'm tired of this gender stuff. Whoa, where did this come in? Oh, yeah, only if we had a black president. Yeah, another murderer-in-chief. Race, creed, color, gender doesn't make a difference. Slime, low-life sociopaths and psychopaths come in all colors, races, creeds, and agendas. Ah, if only Margaret Thatcher was back. Oh, yes, peace and love. Oh, yeah, you remember Hillary when she found out Gaddafi, the war that her, Samantha Powers, and Susan Rice pushed. Oh, yeah, 3 women. Yeah, the 3 witches of Macbeth now. The 3 witches of D.C. that pushed for the war against Gaddafi. You did nothing to anybody. The richest, most prosperous nation in Africa. Now a hellhole. Yeah, you remember If Only Women's was in charge? How Hillary Clinton, when they asked her on CBS, how did you feel when you found out that Gaddafi was dead? Dead? Yeah. Dead. What they did to this guy before they killed him. And she goes, we came, we saw, he died. Yeah, vote for Hillary. Woo. Pass the baton. That's right. From one murderer to the other. That's all they are. Again, the only reason the Clintons get paid $300,000 an hour, I'm surely everyone out there makes $300,000 a year. So I shouldn't be too hard on them for speaking out and spewing out crap that you could hear for free and get paid $300,000 for. The only reason they get paid that money is all the dirty deals they've done. It's called payback. That's all it is. So, when you purchase these high-quality products, the donations that go to Infowars.com, and you know the website, Infowars.com, do what you can to bring this to the next level, not the level it's at. Why would anybody watch CNN, CNBC, Fox, ABC, CBS, FU? That's all it is. You're only getting the real truth and the real insights from Infowars and the rest of us that put our lives and livelihoods on the line because we can't be paid off like these little prostitutes that they have. You look at how everybody's intermarried. Madone, it's one club, man. From the White House to CNN, the Cartoon News Network, all the little shills that they got there that work for the party spewing out their baloney. The future is in your hands. Put your money where your mouth is or your mind is. Or else check out and tune out. Or tune in to the prostitutes. So I want to talk about some other things today as well. Oh, but I want to talk also about Obama. And that disgusting speech he gave. Hey, all you little liberals. Liberals disgust me the most. And I'll tell you why. You know, there are people that actually believe, you know, the arch conservatives. I'm not a fan of theirs either. You know, we got to kill them over there before they kill us over here. No, stay home and mind your own business. If you don't kill them, maybe they won't bother killing you. And I don't say this as a Monday morning quarterback. I say it as a trend forecaster who wrote back in 1993 and in my books, Trends 2000. I wrote in 1995, 96, that you wake up in a new millennium and Crusades 2000 would be raging. That's all this is, man, the 10th Crusades. You think the United States would have invaded Iraq if their major export was broccoli or Syria or Libya? Or the pipeline deals that they want to put through Syria that they don't, and Syria wants to deal with Iran rather than the Saudis, the beheaders in chief. So, you know, stay home, mind your own business. I don't buy the arch conservative stuff. And of course, I don't buy the liberal crap. And that's all it is, because the liberals are cowards. They don't have the courage to admit that they've been conned. Peace and hope and change you can believe in. A piece of baloney, man. Hope and change you can believe in. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And all the little seals repeating the lines that Obama fed them. So I talk about the hypocrisy of the lying little liberals. I'm 15 minutes away from Woodstock over here. We're in Colonial Kingston, New York. You want to see a bunch of phonies with bad attitudes and cojones the size of mothballs? Take a trip up to Woodstock. Yeah, they're all Hillary fans up there. Hey, she's better than Trump. Oh, you mean she's killed more people? As you little liberals love to lie your way into somewhere else? You won't admit the murder that she's committed and her husband. Clinton was bombing Iraq 4 times a week. You forgot them no-fly zones, hey, folks? And that's the other one. Boy, will I be glad when Obama goes. I'm sick of him calling us folks. Folks? Folks? They do that to talk down to you. Folk, you. I'm being proper. That's spelled F-O-L-K for all you censors out there. Why don't you talk down to me? Anyway, all them liberals, those little weenie liberals, the people that lack the courage to admit that they've been conned by their con-manda. George Soros, the billionaire, has committed more than $25 million to supporting Hillary Clinton. That's right. That's right. Hey, how come you're not coming out against this? You come out when the Koch brothers do it. But you got lockjaw when your guy does it. You know why you have lockjaw? Because you're liberals. You're little slimy cowards. You would only protest war if your little boy went. You're an amazing little boy. They're always amazing and special. All the children are amazing. Yeah, they could split an atom. If your kids were getting drafted, then you'd be out there. They didn't do anything to help us occupy peace. I've given thousands of dollars to people around here, different foundations, movements. Not one penny, not one word to help us with Occupy Peace. Oh, Radio Woodstock, I must admit, they did help us big time. They're good guys up there. Radio Woodstock, WDST, they're cool cats. But the rest, Art Society at Kingston, yes, screw you, Salenti. They're called ASK, A-S-K, Art. Yeah, they ask for your money and they give you guts back. Bunch of them. The liberals. But now they got lockjaw with Soros. And then, of course, this whole issue about the Democratic National Committee being hacked. And right away, the Democrats hire a group to prove that the Russians did it, and they have no proof. Even Snowden came out yesterday and said that the NSA knows who did it. They can know who did it. Did Russia do it? I don't know. But then, what our commander-in-chief does, he goes on the networks and he tries to make the connection that, you know, Donald Trump speaks highly of Vladimir Putin, so anything's possible. Guess what? Hey, Obama, maybe the FBI and CIA come breaking down the doors now. I look at Putin in a much higher regard than you as well. I don't know if Trump said that, but I'm saying that. Yeah, well, I can't forgive Putin for destroying Libya. Oh, no, that was you, wasn't it? Oh, I can't forgive Putin for that troop surge in Afghanistan and the lies that you're going to pull out the troops. He lied about that, man. He's back. Oh, that's you, isn't it? And I'll never forgive Putin. You got to save them Yazidis on the mountain. Oh, you forgot that one, huh, folks? You go back to 2014 when he promised that they would never put boots back on the ground in Iraq. And here we are again. Oh, that's Obama, not Putin. So Obama uses this cheap trick to tie Trump into whoever hacked the Democratic National Committee, the National Democratic Committee's emails. Cheap lines. Does it on NBC in a very slick way, because he's one slick cat. One story after another in all of the major media. And I want to show you how propaganda works so properly. Because the New York Times, the toilet, they call themselves the paper of record, but in fact, they're nothing more than a toilet paper of record, or as we would say in the Bronx, a toilet paper of record. So here they are. Spy agency consensus grows that Russia hacked DNC, showing no proof. Then, what they do so slickly, again, the toilet paper of record. Yeah, I don't say that loosely. These are the low-life, sliming little people that should rot in hell for selling us that lie that Saddam Hussein had them aluminum tubes. You know what they're good for. You could build nuclear weapons with them. And then yellow cakes, yeah. Yellow cake. Yeah, what a recipe. Yellow cake and aluminum tubes. That's proof positive that he has weapons of mass destruction and ties to Al-Qaeda. That slimy New York Times, along with all the rest of the prostitute media that beat the drums for war. So here's what they do. This isn't ancient history, folks. This is July 26th, as this whole scandal is unraveling. This is Tuesday. Today's only Thursday. This is the front page of the toilet paper. Democrats see possible rival in race. Okay. Guess who the possible rival in the race is? You ready? No, it's not Trump. No, it's not Jill Stein. No. Putin. I'm not making that up. That's how they sell the propaganda and hate. As Donald J. Trump prepared to take his beauty pageant to Moscow in 2013, he relished the participation of one man above all. Now, this is a newspaper. I write a magazine. I write the Trends Journal. I've been writing since 1988. Excuse me, 86. The first book I worked on was called Natural Healing. Then Trend Tracking, Trends Journal, Trends 2000. I know how to write. I would never set the reader up. This is supposed to be a reporter, not someone saying, well, this guy McFarquhar, Neil McFarquhar, this guy, we have one article after another where he lies about Russia. He says things like, and the Russians invaded Crimea. They never invaded Crimea. They never invaded Ukraine. You got selfies of everything, and you can't show me one tank going over the Ukraine border when the war was going on, except the ones they lied about that were false. But this guy McFarquhar, boy, yeah, McCrapper, that's all he puts out. Says that he relished the participation of one man. How does he know what someone individually relished? And ladies and gentlemen, that's why it's the toilet paper. Quote, Mr. Putin did not attend. In fact, Mr. Trump is yet to meet him by all accounts. But his admiration for the Russian leader, shared by some of his campaign advisors, is clear. It stems from an ability for brash, swaggering politics and business dealings in Russia that has overturned decades of Republican orthodoxy about Russia and its leader, you ready? As an aggressive authoritarian whose values are inimical to those of the United States. This is not reporting. This is a low-life little man spewing out propaganda that maybe the prostitute gets paid well to put out for, along with Steve Lee Myers. Here's Obama on NBC. What I do know is that Donald Trump repeatedly expressed admiration for Vladimir Putin. I'm basing this on what Mr. Trump himself has said, and I think that Trump's gotten pretty favorable coverage back in Russia. I think Trump has gotten pretty favorable coverage back in Russia. This boy, Goebbels would be proud of you, Obama. What difference does it make? Are they voting in Russia for our president? And I think, yeah, but you don't know. You used innuendo. So when they asked him whether Russia would be trying to influence the election, anything's possible. That's propaganda, folks. Anything's possible. You're right. A man with absolutely no credentials who lied his way into office could become president of the United States. A community organizer that organized nothing. A man that lied and played his card as an anti-war president. Now in his 2 terms, war for the beginning, war to the end. No boots on the ground, but he gave us one up our you-know-what. Yep, as he lied and put boots back on the ground. Drone strikes, according to Reprieve, a human rights group. This is the man quoted in the book Double Down. Obama says on Terror Tuesday, he's quoted as saying, quote, you know, I'm really good at killing people, and he is. Killed over 4,000 innocent civilians. Collateral damage when they ain't us white folks. We're not from France or UK or US. You could slaughter anywhere. That Obama that sold more weapons than any other Cold War president. The places like Saudi Arabia, as they're slaughtering innocent Yemenis that doesn't even make the news, that Obama's part of. That's right. The Saudi ambassador to America made the announcement, March 2015, from Washington, D.C., that they're going to declare war against Yemen from our capital. And the United States is supplying armaments, surveillance, and intelligence. But we don't have to worry about the intelligence because they're not very good at it. Just for the record, I like to occupy peace. And his military cats, man, haven't won a war since World War II. But they'll keep feeding you new ones. And we got a plan this time. We got a strategic alliance with our Yeah. As our nation goes down the crapper, they call for more war. More war, more war, and more war. Another day, another war. So here we are at Operation Sleeping Giant. A super sale fundraiser is now going on, and we're live. And I love what Alex Jones and the crew are doing with the coronation of Hillary Clinton and how they're covering it like no one else, anywhere, any place, anyhow. So we're going to take a quick break now, and we'll be back in a little bit. Quote, speaking about Trump, he doesn't seem to have any plans, policies, or proposals, or specific solutions. Yeah, unlike myself, who lied my way into office and backtracked on everything, that I said. And no one calls this guy out for this. He lied to the American people the first day he got into office. The very first day, again with that level of arrogance that only an Obama has. I'm going to close Guantanamo by the end of the year. Yeah. I guess they count years different than we do. The good news is we've got a candidate in Hillary Clinton who has put out very specific plans and programs and is telling you exactly what she's going to do. Hey, I'm not stupid. Tell me these plans. Oh, she have another country to invade? Other people to kill? Oh, I know the plans, Mr. Peace Prize winner. Oh, by the way, let's stop with this Nobel Peace Prize. It's a piece of crap. It's a piece of crap when they give them to people like you who slaughtered over 40,000 Libyans, a troop surge of over 30,000 troops into Afghanistan, continues the Iraq war, bombs away in Yemen and drones wherever you want to send them. Down in Sudan, let's take a trip to Mali. And you're going to tell me that you're a candidate of peace? So going back to Hillary, oh yeah, if only a woman was in the White House, no-fly zone in Syria she wants. That's right. Americans have every right to tell other countries what to do because we are the exceptionals, according to them. Hillary Clinton, again, it's not about women. It's not about race. It's not about creed. Slime comes in all of them, and so does greatness. Where's this study about gender making a difference? Again, Golda Meir, what a sweet person. There's no such thing as Palestine. Yeah, that one? How about Indira Gandhi? Oh, yeah, man. Butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. Margaret Thatcher. Yeah, the Iron Lady. I wonder how she got that name. And again, Susan Rice, Samantha Powers. I forgot Condoleezza Rice. Condoleezza, how can I forget you? Oh, and what color was she? Or is she? That's the woman who said that next mushroom cloud, yeah, that one, that scared us into the Iraq war. Again, race, color, creed. Look at Eric Holder. Yeah, Holder's that guy. Former Attorney General who let all those white shoe boys off free for committing crimes on Wall Street. Oh, I'm not using that term lightly. I mean about the crimes. 6 banks convicted of felonies. Convicted of felonies. Not one head rolls. That's right. Then Loretta Lynch comes in. Oh, what color is she? Well, she's a bit darker than us Italians. Even them Sicilians over there. That's right. Charges come up. Banks convicted of felonies. Gives them a fine. That's just fine. No heads roll. But you, this is a a neo-feudal society. Capitalism is dead, killed with 4 words, too big to fail. And it's too big to jail. The too big to fail is under Henry Paulson, under Bush. I'm mentioning this because in capitalism, there's no such thing as too big to fail. And of course, Obama's kept it going. And let's go back to Slick Willie. Slick Willie Clinton. That's right. That's the guy that deregulated the banking industry, allowed the bigs to become even bigger. Then under Obama, they came bigger yet after Bush. It's a neo-feudal society. No heads roll, just like we saw with Clinton. She breaks the law, but the FBI says, it's okay. She's a Clinton. They could do that. They are the political nobility. Just like, people forget this. People forget this. Go back to 2000. Remember there was that contested election back in Florida, and they refused to recount the votes? You know what Bill Clinton did? He left the country. Now imagine, he's president of the United States. Gore's behind what, 500 votes? The president could demand, we want a recount. Exit, man, stage right. Actually went to Vietnam, among other places. Didn't go there in the war, though, did you? No. No, you're another one of those fat-mouthed little boys with cojones the size of mothballs that likes to go kill other people. But, boy, you would never lead the charge, would you? No. Didn't serve in Vietnam, didn't get drafted. And we're the same age. Oh, I avoided the draft. There's no question about it. And it wasn't because I was so intelligent that I was against the war. I'm a kid. What do I know? I love those pictures, the jets and things, bombs, everything looking cool. But I just couldn't imagine me in a foreign country walking through rice paddies with, a lot of weight on my back and a gun and getting shot at. That's why I avoided the draft. But these cowards, hey, did you hear little boy Panetta get booed yesterday at the convention? And the people yelled out, no more war, no more war. And what did they do? The Democratic National Committee, Democratic, save it, man. It ain't democratic. It's the Bloods and the Crips, the murderers and the thieves. They lowered the lights so the people couldn't see the booze coming from. And then they put on their cell phone lights. And then when the next speaker came back on, they put the lights back up. Democrat, hey, the exceptionals. Oh, we bring freedom and democracy around the world. Going back to a neo-feudal society. That's what it's become. There's a separate set of rules for we the little people. The cops, state troopers over here, man. Yeah, the Gestapo troopers up here. The Kingston City Police are great. We held Occupy Peace over here last September. And please, if you want to support peace, consider going to occupypeace.us so we can keep this moving. And give what you can. And also, please give what you can to Operation Sleeping Giant, because this is a fundraiser. And they need the money to make this happen. They have great products. And I'm going to get to some of those products in a minute. But I want to stay on the neo-feudal and the Gestapo police. In Kingston, we had Ralph Nader here, Cindy Sheehan, Dr. Robert Thurman, Uma Thurman's father, Buddhist, Gary Null from New York City, top speakers. We closed down the streets, the most historic four corners in America. The only place with a pre-Revolutionary War stone building on each corner. Go to Occupy Peace, www.occupypeace.us. You can see some of it. And I said to the crowd, look at all the police. Look at how they're watching us to make sure we stay in line. And everybody looked around. You couldn't see a policeman anywhere. That's right. The Kingston police don't bother you for little stuff. But if you're driving along and you're 6 miles over the limit, well, like I saw down in Austin one time, somebody jaywalked and they beat the hell out of the person. Look what they do with the TSA. You think these people fly TSA? The billionaires? Oh, under Obama, by the way, the poverty rates reached new high. And this is a fact, folks. Under Obama, who's a shill for the military-industrial complex and the Wall Street gang, as is Hitlery, 95% of all the wealth since 2009, when he slimed his way into office by lying his way in, has gone to the 1%. It's a neo-feudal society. You get stopped over here. Somebody just got stopped. They're talking on their cell phone. 5 points on their license. Where'd you come from? Who do you work for? State trooper, these guys, these Nazi haircuts on, you know? Oh, man, what they've done. Militarizing our police. Look what Obama's done with the National Defense Authorization Act. Permanent detention, death of Americans with no judge, jury, or trial. Ripped up habeas corpus, along with the Posse Comitatus Act that prevented the military from doing military duties on our homeland. It's a neo-feudal society. There's a different set of laws. Where'd you come from? Well, I was out. Have anything to drink? Well, I had 2 glasses of wine. Get out of the car. Stand on one leg, close your eyes, and repeat the alphabet backwards. But the FBI gives Hitlery a free ride. Eric Holder, and Loretta Lynch give the white shoe boys on Wall Street that robbed you of your houses, robs us of our money, a free ride. It's a neo-feudal society. Different laws for the economic elite and the political nobility. I got to get my glasses there, Ryan. What we've done here is we've created a different system for 2 different people. So here we are. And I just want to close up quickly with some economic news. Gold prices are going up again, and so is silver. I don't give financial advice. I believe this is probably, if there's one more, it's going to be the last downturn of gold and silver. May go down another 50, 100 points on gold, dollars. But I believe this is the last one. The central banks have run out of tricks. Nothing more to do. They're devaluing the currencies around the world. They're going to see more Abenomics come out today or tomorrow. Negative interest rates of $13 trillion. Negative bond yields, $13 trillion worth, which means, you know, I like you folks. Buy some bonds for me. When you cash them in 20 years, you're going to get less. So I say to people, what would you rather do? You think gold is going to be worth more than that bond that you know you're going to get less in 20 or 30 years? Or you think gold prices will be higher? So it's up to you to decide. We don't tell people what to do, and I don't have any, we don't get money from gold people to say these things. We have no subscribers in the Trends Journal. Trends Journal just came out. Excuse me, the new edition will be out next week. It's history before it happens. You won't read it anywhere else. Our website is trendsresearch.com. We just had a great conference here on Trendpreneur, how to see the future, become your own entrepreneur, but be on trend in doing it. We had Max Kaiser and Stacy Herbert here. What a trip it was. Great show. So anyway, continue to support Alex Jones, InfoWars. Thank you very much for having me. I want to wish you all the very best of good luck and good fortune. But the future's in your hands. Remember, it does not take a majority to prevail. Rather, an irate, tireless minority keen on setting brush fires of freedom in the minds of men and women. Samuel Adams. And to put it into context in your role, one person of courage makes a majority. Andrew Jackson. Thank you.
We have ended the big mega sale. The biggest in our history. Now, we have kept 3 items, though, this week. That's Brain Force, while supplies last, the amazing nootropic, for $17.76, normally $29. Leading competitors that have similar formulas are $60 to $70 to $80. So we're already a great deal at that price. It has some ingredients that are controlled or prescription in Europe. That's how powerful it is. Read about it for yourself at InfoWarsLife.com. That's 40% off. DNA Force, our flagship product. It's a big deal to offer 30% off on that. We're extending that. And then Vitamin Mineral Fusion. All the vitamins, all the minerals, the amino acids, the cofactors to help upload it. Great tasting fruit punch. Organically flavored. There's nothing else out there it's like it. It's amazing. It's plant-derived minerals. InfoWarsLife.com. That's 30% off. But I'm going to go further. Boom, here it is. Normally you sign up for auto ship, you get 10% off. You still get that on top of it. 50% on orders of $50 or more. I'm doing free shipping on everything. Whether it's one Hillary for Prison shirt or a Bill Clinton rape shirt or whatever it is, whatever informational warfare weapon you want to help spread the word and meet like-minded people, free shipping store-wide. Free shipping store-wide. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you can get 40% off on Brain Force. You can get 30% off on DNA Force. I'm not going to sit here and belabor this. People should really go read and see the hundreds of studies that are there breaking down just what BioPQQ does and why this is such an amazing nutraceutical and why it's so important that folks take it daily, because the compounds in this are just amazing. I mean, you just know they're from God. But I'm not going to get into the science. Go to InfoWarsLife.com. Go there to the page for yourself, and you can check it all out at InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWarsStore.com is the umbrella site, and your purchases make it possible, everything we do here. So I want to thank you all for your support, your prayers, and so much more.
We're not even able to post probably half of the reviews that come in. And the reason why is because if anyone mentions a disease or they got better from a disease, the third-party review sites that we subcontract out to that monitor these reviews, if there's any mention of a disease or anything in there, it can't go up online because of the regulations with the FDA. So please feel free to call in as much as you want. We love hearing about your stories. And this is just DNA Force, but you know, the best thing that I love to do and the best thing I tell people to do is just go online, InfoWarsLife.com, and just read all the reviews.